Will ChatGPT kill Google? Will ChatGPT kill SEO? Will ChatGPT kill Google search? And so on. And if I replace kill with, let's say, something more decent, that is replace. Will ChatGPT replace programmers? Will ChatGPT replace jobs? Will ChatGPT replace Google? Will ChatGPT replace developers? Well, the internet is flooded with such questions. Hi, I'm Rishabh, and in this video, we are going to perform some experiments to try to find answers to some of these questions. Well, in technology, it is said that the best way to learn about something is to try to get your hands dirty with that specific thing. So for this video, I have decided that I will try to find the answers to these questions by doing some experiments rather than going with the marketing or going with the hype. Now, if you are also somebody who wants to learn with experimentation, then this video is definitely for you, because in this video, we are going to start from something very scratch, and then we are going to build a knowledge of what are the different capabilities of ChatGPT. We will definitely start with being a little skeptical about the capabilities, given the fact that we have used Google for decades and we have trusted Google more than anybody else on the planet. I'm sure you also remember, I can give my example. Before Google, the Oxford Dictionary used to be my best friend, because that is where I used to go to find the possibilities by actually exploring the meanings to different words. But then Google came and I started trusting Google so much. So yes, we will start by being a little skeptical, but at the same time, we are open to understand more about the capabilities of ChatGPT. So before I start this video, I would like to add a quick disclaimer that this video is going to be purely experimental, and hence there is definitely a scope of mistakes, there is definitely a scope of errors. So please bear with me. I would like to seek your forgiveness in the advance, because I am creating this video without having anything specific in mind. The idea is just to do some experiments, and the experiments are done best when we keep an open mind for the different possibilities. So yes, with that mindset, let's go ahead and start this video. I don't think the search is needed for us, because we are going to find our answers. So here is the tool, ChatGPT, the ChatGPT Plus. Let me actually switch to GPT-4, which is available with the premium version of ChatGPT. And let me actually share my setup with you. I have started an HTTP server within this directory, that is ChatGPT 001. The reason for running the server is because I'm going to start with something very basic. I'm going to ask GPT to write some HTML code, and then this server is what I'm going to use to host that HTML code and to visualize the results. Well, currently this is just an empty directory. I can actually show you that. So this is my Visual Studio Code, and as you can see, this is my ChatGPT 001. This is just an empty directory for now. So currently, if I go to, let's say, localhost 8080, I get nothing. This is just empty because there is absolutely nothing. Now, if you want to run this HTTP server on your machine, you will need to have Node.js, and you can simply type HTTP server on good old Google, and you can download it from npm. So npm is the node package manager. And yes, you're all set. Just in case you face any difficulty with this setup, please feel free to ping me, and I can try my best to help you. Awesome. So with this, we are all set. This is the ChatGPT 4 screen, and now I'm going to request it to, or ask it to write some HTML for me. So let's see how precise we can be. So one of the skills which is kind of very much visible is that we really need to provide very precise instructions to ChatGPT, which means even if the job of a developer is, let's say, it is not safe, still there is one job which is definitely safe. That is the job of a product owner, the person who is responsible for the overall product thing. So if you are a product kind of a person, then I think you definitely have got a lot of scope, because ChatGPT is a lot about communication, is my first impression. Just by looking at the screen, I can tell that I need to be very precise, very good with my communication. Only then I'll be able to convey to ChatGPT that what exactly is required to be done. Okay, so let me ask ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, Can you please generate an HTML page for me with the following specifications, right? So let me say that we need an HTML template. Okay, the second thing we want is have Bootstrap included from Bootstrap CDN. Then the third thing is generate following empty blocks. I need, let's say, header, navbar with drop down and links. 3.2. What else do we need? Let's say we need a hero section with a full width image. Try to insert a placeholder image from web. Now 3.3, generate a form to capture the email of the user. The form should post the data to the following. Okay, let me straight away write. Let's say HTTPS, then fourofour.org API v1 leads. Even though this does not exist, but only for the sake of generation of this HTML, I have written it. Then we need, let's say, image of an ebook on blockchain. Okay, let me actually write section with. Section with image of an ebook on blockchain. Insert placeholder from the web. Awesome. 3.6, let's say generate a footer with two links. The first is HTTPS fourofour.org and second is HTTPS youtube.com/fourofour. And if you have not subscribed to fourofour, please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and enjoy learning together. Awesome. So 3.7, don't use default Bootstrap. Try to add CSS to make things look fancy. Yeah, what else can we say? 3.8, let's give some more instructions. Make the page responsive. Awesome. Okay, so I'm basically asking it to generate just a template because I will be filling in the data later on. So all these should be there, right? And okay, generate the code as text. Try not to have any colored code snippets. Awesome. Let's see what it comes up with. So I have been a little descriptive in my requirements. So I have given the requirements. Now I'm going to hit the enter button. I'm very excited to see what it comes up with. So yeah, let's go ahead and here we go. So here's the HTML code with your specifications. Interesting. So I had, even though I had, like if you notice, the last part, generate the code as text, tried not to have any colored code snippets. So I don't think it has followed that part of the instruction, like last instruction is not being followed. But I can still see that something interesting is being written, as we can see that HTML, so it starts with the doc type, then HTML tag, then head tag, then some meta stuff. Just that we didn't want this custom HTML template. I should be a little more specific here. I think this is the feedback which I'm getting based on the output which I can see on my screen. Then we have the style. So style is actually going very nicely. As you can see that the background image is being generated, the background size is set to cover, height is set to 100%, which is nice. And then we have the ebook section, we have the ebook image as well with max width of 100%. Then the footer section. So like what we can see is that it is writing custom CSS for all the sections we had requested. And now the head section is over. Now it's starting with the body section. So the body section is starting with the nav. So nav, as we know, is the top navigation bar on any HTML page. So far I think it seems to be doing a decent job. I'm waiting for the final result. I'm waiting to get this code and execute it. I mean, what I mean by execution here is to basically deploy it so that I can see the result. And I mean, something very interesting is happening. HTML guys should be scared. HTML designers should be scared, because it seems to be generating a reasonably good HTML, even though the final result will only come once I like add it to my server directory and I see the page being rendered. Only then I'll be able to comment anything. But so far, just by looking at the way HTML code is being written at such a lightning fast speed, I am very much impressed, and I'm sure you must also be impressed. So yes, the code is being written very decently. So what I will do is I will just advance the video a bit so that you don't have to wait for so long, and I'll see you after a few moments. Okay, something interesting happened. It basically stopped in between, maybe because of the number of characters it has already written. So let me just try to see whether it can continue from where it left off. Can you continue writing from where you left? Here's the continuation of HTML. That looks interesting. The ebook section is where it left off. So this is very interesting, because as we can see that exactly from the line where it left, it started writing again. So it has got a good amount of memory, and it's very interesting. I mean, I'm getting very excited to see what it comes up with. Okay, so it has included jQuery as well. Very interesting, adding some more JavaScripts. So the version of Bootstrap being used is 5. Okay, so this is the completed HTML template with Bootstrap, the specified sections, and the responsive design. Amazing. So now we are all set. Let's see what it has come up with. Let me just copy the code and let me go to my VS Code. Let me say that generate a new file called as index.html. Let me paste the code, and this section is not required because it is a redundant one. Now if I go here and if I say copy code and I copy the rest of the code, so this section, then the footer, then all the scripts which are required, the ending body tag, and the final closing HTML tag. Great, so we have the HTML page. Now I'm sure you are also excited to see what we see on the screen. So let's go ahead and let's just hit enter. Interesting, very interesting. So this is brand, then there is home, the drop down which is working also, even though as you can see that there is something wrong here, something wrong with the colors. Then 1920 into 1080 the image, and then we have the email form, very interesting. And then here we can add the image of the book, the ebook, which the user will be getting after sharing their email address. And then there are links, link to fourofour.org. Let's see whether it is working. If I open it in the new tab, oh yes, it is working. It is definitely working. Very nice. So let's check the other link also. Again, amazing, very nice, very nice. As we can see, this is just awesome. So we just generated an HTML template with the help of ChatGPT without writing a single line of code by ourselves, and all the code was written by ChatGPT. So capability wise, I can already see that something is definitely there. even though I'm still not in a position to, like, I believe same would be the case with you as well. We still can't comment because we haven't seen what kind of problems it can get us into. But can it generate code? It can definitely generate code. If we can give precise instructions to ChatGPT, it can definitely generate good, like reasonably good HTML. So I think this is it for this video. I don't think, I mean, considering the length of the video, I think anything else we'll be talking about in the next video. But this was quite interesting, a very good start of our experimentation with ChatGPT. I hope you learned something interesting from this video. If that is the case, I request that you please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video and share it across, share it with your friends. And I will see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye and take care. It was very nice to, I mean, I really felt great creating this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it too. So thanks a lot and see you.